So it's the end of the week, end of week 4, and I feel like I'm exactly in the same spot I was 4 weeks ago. And I see that every Sunday, because when I sit down to edit, this is what I see.
I'm honestly so frustrated. Might make
and it's
a huge mistake, but
which then means that I feel like this vlog, there's not a lot of progress, but I do this, it's working, and then who the fuck cares whether I'm working, because all of us are working.
Tiring, not as bad as...
Can you be a bit more positive, because my vlogs already without you are very are very sad.
And on the other hand, remember what I set out to do with this vlog. The only thing I think I want to get out of this is the same thing that you might want from watching this, which is just real progress. Now on top of that, the more that I build out the web agency, the more I realized I was like in this Dunning-Kruger thing, right? Where I was so ignorant that originally I thought, oh, this is a great idea. I'm just going to sign like 50 clients, have half passive income and make money on my own. But the more I build it, the more I build the automation of all of it, I realize how much work it actually is, and I start more and more doubting the whole idea, basically.
Is it enough for you to just have a website, or do you actually need to have a little bit more? And then do we need to change our offer from just offering websites to also doing SEO? I'm a little bit questioning how many clients we can actually sign. So I think, at the moment there's a bit of doubt, no?
And I think the whole week can pretty much be labeled as doubt, which is crazy, because I think over the last few weeks I often thought, I don't have enough time to build stuff on my own. Maybe I should even, quit my job completely or quit freelancing completely just to pursue this.
Maybe I should take a even bigger step back from freelancing to build the things that I actually want to build. Because, the more this stuff happens, the more I feel like I have to do something radical, which is like, completely stop freelancing.
And right now, that's not how I feel at all anymore. I think right now I'm more thinking, I'm actually scared, right? I think like, I'm never going to make any money with this. And on the other hand, though, I think a lot of people have been at this stage, and then some of them have just continued trusting the process and building through it, and others have given up.
And I think it's exactly those moments that are the make or break points, right? When you're like, I was considering today to just stop vlogging. Like, what's the point if there's no progress, right? But then I'd like to think that, just do a little bit more, because when it gets hard and a lot of people quit, afterwards there's not as much competition, right? Or if you truly believe that you're getting better and better, right? Just stick with it a bit more and see what comes out of it.
I mean, for me, I'm just gonna stick with it and get through to the other side.
And also, just to say this, I haven't given up on this, right?
Yeah,
I think
me neither.
I think next week, if we talk about it again, we're hopefully going to be in a better place. Which means we're definitely going to launch the agency, and we're going to do that within the next 2 weeks to just see, can we get some traction, right? Because right now I'm doubting this idea, but there was a point where I absolutely loved it, and I was sure that it would work. So probably, or hopefully, the truth is somewhere in the middle. And even if it turns out that we don't get any traction at all, right? That's okay too. That then just means, okay, we've tried out this idea, now we can move on to something new. And that might be something with coding, but it could also be something completely unrelated. But I will figure something out, because the one thing that I keep coming back to, the one thing that I know for sure, is that I don't want to keep exchanging my time for money as you do as a freelancer, right? The whole idea of like, okay, if you work this hour, you're going to make this amount of money. And then, because the only things you can influence there is your hourly rate and the amount of hours you work. And the increment, it's never going to be like life-changing money. It's never going to give you freedom or anything. And the same way, if you go from 40 hours to 50 to 60 hours, I mean, there's a limit to what you can actually bill productively, right? Those changes are not life-changing. What I'm trying to say is I have to figure something out. I want to figure out some kind of product that makes this all work. And I hope that I'll stick with it long enough so I can document it and document it successfully.